What's up, you guys? My name is Aubrey, this is my channel, and today I want to talk about passive income, and I want to break down how you can easily make passive income in your free time without any experience whatsoever. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you 10 digital product ideas that you can use in order to sell on platforms like Etsy. All of these are super easy to start, they require no background experience, and all of them have the potential to make you some passive income. So let's get started. Now, passive income isn't just for the ultra wealthy. It isn't just for people with hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to spare. In fact, there are dozens, if not hundreds of different ways that the normal, average, everyday person can make passive income. And selling digital products on Etsy is one of these incredible methods. Now, selling digital products on Etsy is very similar to selling physical products on Etsy, but rather than having a physical, tangible item that the buyer can hold, it is instead a digital item that gets sent to them via email or via the Etsy messaging system. Now, whenever you have a digital shop on Etsy, you go through the exact same steps that you would have if you had a store selling physical products. You would set up your shop and your account with Etsy, you would list your products, but the only part of the equation that isn't a part of the equation at all is actually packaging the items and creating the items. That's the wonderful thing about digital products, because whenever you have a physical product, you have to physically make that product each and every time somebody buys it. For example, if you make custom phone cases, you have to make a custom phone case every single time one of those custom phone cases are ordered. But on the other hand, whenever you sell digital products, you only have to make that digital product once. And then after that, people can buy that product over and over and over again, making it an incredibly passive income stream. And the great thing is, when it comes to choosing a digital product that you want to sell on Etsy, there are literally hundreds of different options to choose from. But in this video, I'm going to be breaking down 10 that I think anybody can do regardless of your experience level, regardless of your expertise, regardless of your background. So with that, let's dig into the very first one, which is coloring book pages. Now, when it comes to selling coloring books or coloring book pages on Etsy, how it works is you would be the illustrator actually creating the coloring book page. So you would actually create the page that somebody would then color on. And you can sell these either in the forms of digital books that they can then download and then print on their own, or you can sell it in digital pages, meaning if somebody just wanted to buy a single coloring book page, they have the ability to do that. Now on Etsy, these range in price from $1 to $2 per page, upwards of $40 to $50 for a book. And it really depends on the content of the book, the length of the book, and who the book is being targeted to. For example, there are a lot of coloring books on Etsy that are targeted towards children, but there are also a lot of coloring books that are targeted towards adult as well, as a meditation, as a relaxation technique. Number 2 is creating Excel documents. Now, this is something that sounds incredibly simple, but it's actually something that is in quite a lot of demand. In fact, I recently, in the last couple of months, hired somebody on Upwork to create custom Excel documents for me and my businesses. Now, whenever it comes to selling Excel documents on Etsy, you of course wouldn't want to create custom ones because that's how you turn a passive income stream into an active one, but you could instead create Excel templates that people can then edit and use and customize to their own needs. These can be Excel templates for things like diet plans, for things like food prep, for things like P&L statements or balance sheets or expense trackers. The opportunities and the different paths that you could pursue are truly limitless, but there are a lot of people out there that know that they need an Excel document, but they don't know how to create one properly, and thus being able to fill that need in the form of an Etsy shop could be a really great path to pursue. Number 3 is Zoom backgrounds. Now, this is one that actually surprised me quite a bit because from my perspective, creating a Zoom background isn't that difficult to do. In fact, whenever I need a Zoom background for a meeting where I don't want the thing behind me showing, I typically will just pull an image online of a nice looking living room and I will make that my Zoom background. Or I will simply just use a white picture and put that as my background. So the fact that making Zoom backgrounds is actually a lucrative passive income stream is something that I found to be really fascinating. Now, how this works is exactly how it sounds. You create custom Zoom backgrounds and then people purchase those in order to use them in their Zoom meetings. Now, these backgrounds vary in the style. Some are just nice looking offices, some are like animated style offices, and some are just simply nice looking pictures. So the opportunity here is quite limitless depending on your skill set, your background, and the resources that you have available to you. Next is invitation templates. And basically how this works is you would create an Etsy store where you sell invitation templates that people can purchase from you and then they can customize to their own needs. I think that this is really cool because I think that the need for this and the versatility for this is absolutely huge. There are a lot of people out there that want custom invitations for their wedding, their baby shower, their birthday, whatever the case is, but they don't necessarily necessarily want to pay a custom price for that. So a perfect middle ground is to go with one of these template methods that you can find on websites like Etsy. There are also a ton of different paths to pursue. Like I mentioned a moment ago, you can do invitations for weddings, you can do invitations for birthdays, for baby showers, for bridal showers, for graduations. You can do them for virtually everything. And so you can really spin off and cover a wide variety of different niches, and thus you can target a bunch of different customers. I think that the opportunity with this is really cool. I think it's really fun. I think that of all of the ones on this list, I think that this probably has the most opportunity because of the fact that you can target all of these different types of events, and you can create a dozen or so different invitations for each different event. So your customer base is just truly limitless. I think that this is a really cool idea. I think it would be relatively easy to pursue for anybody that's creative, and I think it is a great opportunity for passive income. Now, before we move on to the next passive income stream, I want to ask you guys to do me a huge favor, and if you could please hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell, I would greatly appreciate it. You see, this helps let YouTube know that people are enjoying my content, and thus it allows for the YouTube algorithm to push my channel and these videos out to a new audience, thus helping my channel grow even further. So if you guys could do that, I would greatly appreciate it. Next is one that is a little bit more complex, and it may not be for every single person watching this video, but I think that this is another one that has a real need, and I think there's a lot of opportunity, and that is selling Lightroom and Premiere Pro templates and presets. Now, Lightroom is a photo editing software, and Premiere Pro is a video editing software. In fact, it's the video editing software that I use to edit all of my videos. And what a template or a preset is it's basically a shortcut that video editors or photo editors can use in order to finish their project quicker. For example, a Premiere Pro template would be an example of this one right here. You can do it with things like plugging your Instagram handle. You can also do transitions through Premiere Pro templates as well. You can add cool titles. You can do a bunch of stuff with Premiere Pro templates, and the same can be said for other types of software like Lightroom as well. If you're somebody who is proficient in photo editing or video editing software, then doing something like this could be a really lucrative path to pursue, because there are a ton of people exactly like me who are okay at editing videos, but they want to add these other types of features and they simply aren't able to do that on their own. So these people, like myself, opt to get these templates instead. In fact, I pay $40 a month for a membership to a website that provides me with unlimited templates. This is $40 per month that I just simply pay because I need these templates enough and I simply don't know how to make them on my own. This is a path that I think is really cool to pursue. If you don't know how to do this, you can certainly learn with practice, and I think it fulfills a really legit need. The next one is perfect for any of my fitness enthusiasts, and that is create workout programming that you can then sell on Etsy. These oftentimes come in the form of like a 21-day beginner workout challenge or 30 days of workouts without any equipment necessary. This is something that is really cool because the reality is there are a lot of people out there that don't know how to work out properly. They don't know where to start, they don't know what to do, and they certainly don't want to go to a gym and look like a goofball in front of people that actually know what they're doing. Now, believe me, I've been there, and I know that a lot of people, especially women, feel the exact same way. But just because these people may feel uncomfortable in the gym and they may feel uncomfortable working out on their own doesn't necessarily mean that they want to spend hundreds of dollars per month on a personal trainer. And that's where creating programming that these people can buy and download from websites like Etsy could be a great kind of middle ground option. It's something that's perfect for these people who don't know how to work out, but they also don't want to spend a ton of money in order to learn how to work out properly. So instead, they buy these templates for between $5, $10, sometimes $20, and they're able to get their foot in the door on what they should be doing in order to work out properly. Next is a digital budget tracker, and this is something that I see so much value in because the reality is people talk so much about the importance of tracking your budget, the importance of tracking your spending and figure out how much money is being spent, where it's being spent, and how much you have left over each and every month. This is something that I talk about so much on this channel. It's something that I practice religiously in my personal life, but the reality is this is something that can be really daunting and really intimidating for somebody that's never done it before. And even though on the surface, the idea of tracking your expenses, of creating a budget, that's something that sounds really, really simple, it actually can be really complicated for somebody that's never done it before. That's where you can come in. I think creating a really easy to understand, almost like a foolproof budget tracking Excel or some sort of program could be a really great path to pursue on Etsy in order to make passive income. Creating a budget tracker that allows for the person to see exactly what needs to be tracked, but then also creating a companion guide to teach them how to track their budget. I think that these two things combined could really create the perfect type of product for those people that have never tracked their budget before. The next one is on a very similar topic to one that I mentioned earlier, and that is card templates for special occasions like birthdays, graduations, weddings, holidays, whatever the case is. Now, whenever we need a card for a special occasion, I'm sure, like me, many of you guys probably go to retailers like CVS, Target, Kroger, Walmart, whatever the case is. But the reality is, getting digital cards, customizing them, and then printing them off is a really cool and really unique path to pursue that could probably end up saving you money in the long run. Now, where I see this coming most in handy, which means where I see the most opportunity for the seller as well as the buyer, is with special occasions where you need to send a lot of cards out at once. For example, thank you cards. So if you have a wedding and you need to send 100 different people thank you cards, well, don't go out and buy these cards, just use a template and then print the template and then send that off. Or alternatively, if you're somebody who had a baby shower or a graduation and you need to send a lot of different cards at once, going the route of buying a template and then customizing that template for each individual person can be an extremely cost-effective way to go down, which means that you as the Etsy seller could end up going this path and selling cards that really adhere to this need. The next one is probably my favorite that's on this list because I think that it really serves a huge need, and it's something that I have personally purchased before myself, and that is selling resume and cover letter templates. Now, whenever it comes to creating a resume, there is a very real way to go about doing it, and there are best practices that not everybody is aware of. The reality is the vast majority of large companies nowadays use AI in order to sift through different resumes that are getting sent in. And so the best way to try to get attention with your resume is to follow a proven formula. Now, resume templates on Etsy are being sold for anywhere between $10 and $20 per template. And similar to other ideas that we've talked about in this video, you could create a kind of catalog of different templates to choose from. And thus there are more opportunity for you to make some passive income. And lastly is creating recipe or meal plan templates. Now, this is something that has started to gain traction over the years, the idea of paying somebody for a meal plan or a template to be able to tell you what to eat, what to buy, and how to make the food. This is something that has gained popularity over the years, and I think for good reason. There is a really big need for this. It's funny because growing up, my parents would always try to figure out what we were eating for dinner, and I remember that I would get so frustrated whenever they would choose the same boring meals to eat over and over and over again. I would get frustrated whenever we'd have spaghetti, whenever we would have hamburgers, whenever we'd have hot dogs, because I was so sick of these food items and I wanted something new and something exciting. But now that I'm an adult and I myself am having to choose the meals that I cook for myself every day, I totally understand why my parents would eat the exact same meals over and over and over again. Because choosing food to eat is something that is incredibly difficult. It's so hard to figure out what to eat every single day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, planning out the recipes, figuring out what to make, what to buy, how to cook it. This is something that is so daunting, and it's a task that I personally don't enjoy. And as much as I don't enjoy choosing what I eat on a day-to-day basis, I also am not interested in spending hundreds of dollars per month for meal delivery services either, because that just simply is too expensive. So a really cool middle ground is doing these kind of digital products where you plan meals for people and people can buy that meal plan. And that way they can get ideas for what to cook, what to buy, how to follow the recipe, and so much more. When looking on Etsy for similar products to this, there are a wide variety of different ones that are offered, from back to school meal plans, so meal plan ideas for people who have kids that are now going back to school. There are ones for back to office. There are ones for people who are wanting to lose weight. So basically all of the things that I mentioned earlier. And these really ranged in price from $10 to $20 per meal plan. And the meal plans themselves ranged in amount of days from like a week to a month-long meal plan. So it really depends on what you're wanting to do, what your expertise is in, and what interest you have in pursuing. Now, ultimately, you guys, I wanted to make this video because I know for me, I've recently been introduced into the world of digital products on Etsy, and I personally am blown away by the different products that are offered on Etsy that are 100% digital. And I think that the opportunity with this from a passive income stream standpoint is just so incredible. There truly is something for everyone who wants to do something in the digital product space, and I think that Etsy is a really cool and really unique platform to host this. So whether you're somebody that is interested in art, whether you're interested in fitness, whether you're interested in finance, whatever the case is, there is something for everyone whenever it comes to digital products on platforms like Etsy. And if you're not interested in doing this on Etsy, then this will also work on other platforms as well. For example, Facebook could potentially be an option to pursue, as well as Shopify as well. But in my opinion, I think that Etsy is one of the more successful paths that you can go down because of the fact that they help you advertise. Like always, you guys, if you have any questions, comments, if you have anything to add, I would love to hear it. So make sure to leave a comment down below. And while you guys are at it, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video.